Where's the top? Yes. soon. Fuck, it's so hot. Why the fuck can I not see? Where the fuck is my shit? Not doing too bad. Doing all right. Long day. Long day of sleeping. I swear to God, I spend most of my time on here looking for shit instead of actually getting anything done. How was the flea market today? Was it busy? I need to move over and get some of this nice AC coming up right now. Vents. It's good that you were busy, shit. That means you were making money. Yeah. It's, I mean, you know, it's funny. It's one of those, you know, tropes. You do what you love and it won't feel like work. And I guess for the most part, that's true, you know. By the way, I don't know how my audio is. I know I sound good over here, but I can't tell from here. Mr. Freeze. I don't know about that, homie. I like the blue. Too bad you can't get one for the damn the Game Boy player. That would look really nice. Broken pieces over here. My audio, I don't know if I need to bring this closer or bring this one closer. I'm still new at this. Okay. Well, the little washing, like the white noise in the background is my fan that I have down here because I'm a fat ass and if I can't cool this room down, I'm going to be doing nothing but sweating. So, gotta have my fan. Oh, this one? Well, just let me know. I don't know what the latency is. Just let me know if this one sounds better or this one. I might have. Let me mute one of them so it's not so. I think now I only have this one going. Got my fat pills, just in case I get hungry. Yeah, fatty. So what I want to try to do first, and I don't know how, I've never done it before, but I want to take this decal off so I can put it in here. I'm taking this all apart, and I should probably do it in stages, but yeah, let me just do that. So, just to kind of show you, oh, wait a minute, I can't. Let's see if this will work. Come on, fucker. Room. I need to figure out which camera is what, so just give me a second. Okay. Alright, 4K bench. Alright. See if I can do this. The good thing is it looks like they have all the little bits and pieces, so I don't have to transfer anything over as far as like the screws, you know, as far as having these already in there. So that's a good thing, because normally the shells just come just a shell, and then you have to take all this stuff here and move it over, but it's already got the, so this is a quality shell, not too bad. So the only thing I need to do then is try to get this decal off, which I don't know how I'm going to do, but try not to break it. Are you serious? I'll be back. I got to get my X-Acto knives left in my room. Alright. Got my X-Acto knife, but I'm just trying to use it just, oh, damn, that might actually come out easier than I thought. And then I said something. Fucking dummy. Oh. I'm an idiot. Snaps in. Boom, there you go. Uh-oh. Now here comes the form, fit, and function that I've mentioned before. I mean, you look here, it's literally just... But now, they gotta fucking be special. There we go. fits fine. There's these latches. I gotta practice this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this. There are these latches right here, and they're supposed to go into here, but one of them is misaligned, so it's not easy to push down on it without trying to force it or break it, which I'm trying not to do. Alright, I'm not going to linger on this. I'll come back to this later. If I have to, I'll show you tomorrow, and then you can tell me what you want me to do, because I might have to do is just super glue it down and put it on there and break these off. It's just not lining up. But yeah, so press on. No shit. Alright. Okay, so this is the back. Oh. They gave me two backs. One of them is for the good GameCube, and the other one's for the shitty GameCube. So that's a back. I need this. For this. Okay, that makes sense. It's pretty cool. They even gave you the little flaps. Change this for Alright. Oh, that's easy enough. These are not threaded, so I got to make sure I don't over tighten them. Are you fucking serious? Helps if you put them in the right way. There you go. one down. What? That doesn't make sense. This way. Fucking dude. There. Alright. Okay, set this aside, finish this, and then I'll move on to that. There's still something in there. Oh, no. So here's a good example of what I'm talking about. On the other thing, I didn't have to move anything over. On this one, I have to move over this shielding here, here, and these two brackets here, and this one here. So, I mean, that's, I'm not complaining, that's good. That's not too much, you know, but just trying to say this is a good, case swap or shell that you got, replacement swap. Shell replacement. Oh, that's tight. Very snug fit, but it does go in. Oh, that one's good. That one's good. Okay. There. I don't know why Tim doesn't want to share. So selfish. I got to keep checking this. I don't want to over tighten it, but I do want it to be snug. These threads haven't been made, so they're self-tapping, and I don't want to screw that up. Oh shit, I don't remember. I know this goes in the bottom. Okay, so it goes like that. This is the front. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Well, with the exception of the stupid fucking cap on top. But that's literally it for the mod, or the actual shell replacement. That's crazy. Yeah. You see how it's not supposed to come off? Oh, hold on. It snaps into these two here. All right. Let's see if this is going to work. No! Oh, I hate that thing. That case sucks. Ugh. I'll deal with that afterwards. I don't need to pick that up now. It's gonna annoy the piss out of me too. I'm gonna be stepping all over it. Whatever's clever. Alright, let's see what we got here. Take this off. Oh man. Almost. At least it doesn't have to be thermal paste. I like these pads better. Less messy. I have to remember to put those on. Get this ready. Okay. Wire. Ding dong. Alright. You missed probably the cleanest, easiest shell swap that I've ever done. I haven't done that many, but that was actually pretty easy and pretty clean. The only thing that we're going to have trouble with is the little emblem that's on top, the Gamecube emblem. I don't know if you were there when I was describing this. But there's a lip here, slides in. Here, I'll do this. Thanks. I had to do everything on wheels because I need to be able to make room if I need it and stuff like that. So everything is on wheels. Yeah, duct tape it. I'm going to show you. You'll probably just say to glue it, but I'm just going to show you still anyways. So you take that, you push it into here, right? And then you have these two latches that go into here and here, which is fine. Everything is fine up to that point. The problem is only one of these latches lines up with the hole here. So I would have to cut off one and then put that latch down and maybe put like a little dab of super glue here, or cut this. And I don't really want to cut into this because aside from this was actually a pretty solid shell replacement. So yeah, only this one is going in all the way. This one isn't. So, but all in all, it's been good so far. So now I'm about to do the soldering stuff. Which I'm not going to say is going to be easy because I don't want to jinx myself. But it's probably going to be easy. Gotta remember to switch it. And then, alright. I gotta look at my pictures to see where. C169. I need to clean that. There's some That thermal pad still on there is annoying the shit out of me. Right there. Okay. Alright, so the first one is this third pin right here. I need to make it blue. Use blue. Make sure I got the right tip. Okay. Do some flex on there to help with the soldering. Still, ooh, nice. Yeah. Like Bob Ross. Yeah. Just spank that little duck. I need my woo-ha, woo-sa, woo-sa, whatever the fuck. Incense to make me feel calm and at peace. Alright. Oh shit. That's cool. Uh-oh. I don't have blue. Alright, so this is going to be blue, yellow, ground, red, green. What the hell? So ground, red, so let's call this pink, and this is blue. All right. I'm going to zoom in real quick. It's going to throw the thing off focus. Just want to make sure it's on there. Yep. Daddy knows what he's doing. Alright. One down. Okay. What the fuck was that? What? How the fuck did that happen? These are too big. I don't want these fucking flux. Number 2, second pin. Okay. All right. I want one of my mods to get rid of that fuck. Get out of here, Frostar. Nobody wants your bullshit buying viewers. Okay. 2 down. I don't like it. I mean, it's on there. Okay. Next one. I should probably go from here, there. If I go here, solder, solder, solder. If I go solder, solder. No, so ground. Okay. So right. So what I'm doing is I have to add more solder to it, but before I do that, I need to add flux because flux makes everything better. Makes everything better because it gets wetter. When you heat solder up and you add heat and the way you look to tell whether the solder is ready or liquefied, it's called wetting actually. So, but it turns shiny, right? So it's called wetting. And too many dirty things in my mind. I can't use that word. I don't know if you can tell or see, but on this one I put a hook because it has to go across two. So there's two posts, and I'm going to hook the first one and kind of give it some tension so I can solder it onto both. But that is the plan. Let's see if it works out. And this sucks about having OCD because I had it on there and I fucking idiot. I had it on there, but I had to pull the plastic back. Well, the plastic or the shielding. Why do they call it plastic? The shielding was too short, so I'm like, oh, I'll just burn it off just to make it longer. Yeah, I should just fucking left it alone. Because once I tried to fix it, I just made it worse, so now I gotta take it off and redo it. What I did is called tinning. I just took the wire and put solder on it beforehand because it'll make it easier to adhere to the to what I'm trying to do. Why am I making this so hard? It's funny, I have to do something else similar to this on the other end. On the This is next. How the hell did I bridge that? There we go. Not pretty, but good. Okay, the next one is yellow. And that is on there. Well, I hope you don't screw up the bracelets like I screw up on here. Okay. One, two. All right, there we go. I need solder done. Ooh, I gotta make sure that's not touching the one next to it. Okay. Red. All right. Okay. This part kind of sucks a little bit, only because I have to bend I have to bend the frame a little bit. Not the shell, but the metal frame. Where the fuck's it on, please? And the reason I have to is, look here, when I put this down, this has to come here or it's going to cut. It's literally going to cut the wire, so I have to bend this and make enough space for it here so that it comes around. I can run the wire like this. So it's the only like hard modification of the shell that there is. It's not even really a hard mod. Ugh. Ugh. I guess it's a little less ugh. Okay. Heat shrink, where are you? Oh, here it is. Oh, take a picture from. Well, this kind of work, for video games specifically, it's, I don't know, just maybe a few years here and there, but nothing specific. As far as the soldering and stuff goes, I've been doing that in the Air Force for I don't know how many years. I guess the 20, between 15 to 20 years that I was in there. Because they make you do other things too. It's not like you just sit there and do that all the whole time. And then I just kind of applied what I learned in school or in the Air Force to this. It's not necessarily the beautiful thing about all this is like you don't have to know how to do this, and this is what I was trying to get through Vincent's head, um, because he's got enough of a knowledge or enough of a curiosity, I should say, enough of a curiosity that he could do good in this if he was patient. Um, but I do understand his circumstances don't allow him necessarily to. Um, Because I couldn't, I don't know what most of the stuff is on here, you know. I've never looked at a schematic about this or anything. But there's enough information out there now on YouTube that you don't have to necessarily know what everything does, because most of the people do a lot of that work for you. I don't fly shit. That's the one thing about the Air Force. All the other branches, like they're enlisted to go out and fight, quote unquote. And the Air Force are pilots, are the officers, and they're the ones who go out and fight. Generally speaking. All right. So that part wasn't too bad. I already have this programmed. I already have this programmed, and the game's already on this. So as soon as I put this back together and then I solder this, I'll be able to check to see if it works. And then I bought my Game Boy player here to make sure that that works too. Yeah, Vincent does have a lot of anger issues. I'm not excusing it, but I understand. All right. Top. I don't like that. I want to make that bigger. I took his laptop, the one that I had gotten for him. I took that laptop and made it one of those emulator machines. A PlayStation 5. A PlayStation 5. That or a Silent Hill game. After he bought it from you. I he didn't fucking sell the PlayStation, did he? The fucking PS2 that I gave him. That fucking piece of shit. Man, see, that's the shit that pisses me off. Like when he wanted to buy my Steam Deck, and then I was asking him how much he would pay, how much would he really pay for it, or be willing to pay for like a PlayStation 5, and he told me the price, and then he told you what or then you told me what he actually paid for the one that he got from you, and he was like, "Oh, can you play Silent Hill, whatever the fuck, remake 2 on there?" And you can technically, but it's not really that good for that. You might as well just get a PC at that point. And it's like, dude, I could have, whatever. I told him not to buy that Retron 5 only because it has like input latency. So when you play like really specific games, you'll notice it. If you play Mario or any of that, maybe a little bit, but nothing that it's gonna be like a bad thing. But I just didn't want him to fucking buy that and then be like, "Oh, this thing sucks," and get pissed off. I'm not gonna cover for him no more. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, you want to buy this from me? I'll sell it to you for a good price." That shit pisses me off, man. I hadn't looked. I hadn't looked yet. I was messing with the stupid fucking emulation machines. Those things are just giving me. It's almost like not worth my time to fucking mess with those. Like the. Well, it's doing something now. I'd show you how big it is. This fucking. And then the Chrome box, the Google thing. I haven't had a chance, but you have to like jailbreak that, like you jailbreak a cell phone. And or jailbreak whatever. I don't know how hard it is. It's just aggravating to have to go through that from the very beginning again. Learn something new again, right? That I haven't done. And then the biggest mistake is I'm collecting all these hard drives because I want to be able to put them in the yeah, well, I guess that's good to know. I just won't do that shit no more. But all the hard drives I've been collecting, I've been wanted to take those and use those for all the games, right? Well, the bullshit little mini PCs that I found, not the one that I sold. The one I sold was like the best one. It's retarded. But the 2 that I got don't take that hard drive type, and it doesn't take another type that it's called NVMe. It's not. It doesn't look like. I'll just go get it. It's so fucking gay. Never mind. I'm not gonna get it. It takes like this. Anyways, I had already invested money into it, and it cost me another like $20 just to get that. And then what I did do, I want to sell that Retron 5 with the bundled with these Super Nintendo games controllers, Super Nintendo controllers that I bought from Amazon for like $15, and I have one of those portable gaming cases or whatever. You know, it's like it has the LCD and speakers in it, and you can put like an Xbox or whatever in there. I want to sell that, bundle it together, and see if it sells. Alright, what did I do? I'm forgetting. Oh, screws. Yeah, I have one I started on your cell over there. I'm glad I didn't get him that fucking Nintendo 64 cart thing. God, that pisses me off. I just gotta manage my expectations, that's all. Be alright. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Oh, no, it's fine. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one of those annoying systems when you put it back together. If you don't put it back in the right order, you're going to be taking it apart and redoing it. Come on. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's just, but that kind of honestly goes back to what I was trying to say before, where I understand he doesn't have a lot of his own, like, he doesn't have a really have a place that he can call his own, you know? He has to share his space with, like, another fucking person. So I empathize with him. Yeah, I know. That's the only thing that pissed me off is like I gifted it to him because he said it was his favorite thing, and I made sure to put all the Silent Hills because he loves that fucking series. Uh oh. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh. To put this heat sink back on. It's okay. I was expecting to take it apart at least once. Or take it apart again at least once. Gotta make sure I don't rip these. Okay. Yeah, that would have been bad juju if I didn't put this back on. All right. The only reason I even noticed is because I saw these smaller screws. I'm like, where the fuck did these small screws go? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope he would understand that we're just, we only talk to him that way or talk with him that way because we're friends. If he really thought I was insulting him, I would hope that he would tell me to stop if it's something that bothered him. I know it sounds silly, but I used to do that and thought it was funny. But it's not. It's hurtful. It's not, like when you try to make fun of somebody and, well, it's just jokes, man. Nah, man. It's not just jokes. So I get it. I just, it's usually a little bit different when you're in this kind of work, right? Like, not just this, but like in the military in general, you have a lot of self-deprecating humor, or the Navy calls it gallows humor, dark humor, whatever, inappropriate shit for other people that other people shouldn't be listening to. I mean, I guess the one thing that it really pisses me off about that is like it was a it was a gift, but it was kind of like a kind gesture. Like, cause I sat down and I talked to him, talked to him like a person, and wanted to know what he was all about and stuff like that. He opened up, and I'd never make fun of him for any of that. So when I gave that to him, I hope he understood that hey, you're not just a fucking random asshole. You're my asshole. He needs to fucking be on the stream. He's fucking funny. Like when it comes to us, like going back and forth and shit, He's funny. What did you miss? You better start reading. No, I get it. I wish I can say it was all military. It's the reason this is the way I am. It's part of the reason, but because I have a lot of white friends who would say otherwise. There's a lot of stupid veterans that voted for fucking Trump. Because he has that R in front of his fucking name. He's a Republican. Shut up, bitch. He's a piece of shit. I need my incense. So I went to the hospital yesterday. This routine, whatever. I think I was getting like a skin tags removed or whatever, right? And mind you, I go to Lackland. I go on base. You know, that's part of being retired. I can go over there and get free medical, right? Which is a huge leg up on pretty much anybody out there who doesn't have medical. Like, I appreciate the fuck out of it. I never complain about it. People always complain, oh, I gotta fucking come back next week. I'll be like, I'll be there next week. You know, they complain about like things that are just inconvenient, right? So the same people who are complaining are the same people who put that orange fucking mutt in the goddamn White House anyways, right? So I go there today, and now I'm talking about I'm kind of like beginning almost at the end. If you would imagine 3 stages of retirement, there's like you just retired, you're like in the middle of it, and then you're like toward the end or twilight. I'm like in the beginning, about to hit the middle part of my whole retirement thing. And there were a whole bunch of fucking people there today, and they were all in the twilight. Like, I'm talking about needed assistance just to fucking walk, just to do things, just to do whatever. And the lady at the front desk is struggling. I mean, she won't admit it, but she's struggling to see people, like, to try to get them. She's like apologizing. People are asking about why they can't do something that they were doing before. They had 8 nurses at the start of the year. And because of that fucking cum dump, stupid idiot piece of shit, they have 1 nurse on staff. One nurse to take care of all those fucking people's like the mind you, they have like a medical service online where you can talk to your nurses. You get like assigned a nurse, so if you have to ask a question about like a medication, procedure, when can you come in to do this, when can I talk to the doctor, it was like sent the email. If it's early enough, you might get a response by the end of the day. Now it's a 3 to 4 day business wait because of the fucking orange mutt. I fucking despise that dude with every fucking ounce of. Like, this isn't always my fucking plan. Wasn't doing this. What I was trying to do was fucking comic books and storytelling and all that shit. But like, I can't do that stuff anymore. I don't feel like the I don't know what the fuck the word is. Like the world is not a good place, so it doesn't put me in a good place. It's got all this hate in my heart. Got hate in your heart? Let it out. Oh shit, I don't know how to put this on. Is that right? What's the inner child type thing? You know what's funny? I used to be mean to that lady. I used to fucking hate that lady. Not hate. I used to dislike her. I used to think she had an attitude. But I talked to her and I made her fucking look at me as a human being. And that's when she started opening up and relaxing around me and stuff like that and being funny. Like when I was up there, she's like, "Hey, can you get that printout yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." You know, I know she was just kidding. And she's like, "Oh, while you're at it, why don't you pick up these clipboards and stuff like that?" And I was like, gonna do it. She's like, "No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." So, like, I get it, but I just sometimes people just need to learn how to communicate, talk to somebody without fucking being a piece of shit. Yeah, no, I get it. Like I said, I understand because she is under a lot of stress. You know, she's one person, and she's having to do this. Like when I got there, my appointment was at. I got there at quarter to three. No, 20 minutes till three. No, Jesus Christ, 20 minutes till two. I thought my appointment was at two, right? So I got there, signed in. The machine, the kiosk tells you, "Oh, hey, you're signed in. All right, your appointment. Are you here for your appointment that starts at 2:20?" I'm like, 2:20? It's supposed to be 2 o'clock. What the fuck? But I made the mistake. It's 2:20. So I go and after I sign in, I'm like, damn. I just get on my phone and play stupid mobile games or whatever, right? 2:20 comes and goes. I hear all this stuff that's happening. I don't get seen until like 2:45. Like I'm on time and they're still late, you know? Not a big deal, whatever. I go in there, it takes like 5 minutes. They do whatever they hell, burn off or whatever, right? And when I came back out in the past, I used to be able to just go, I come out and just walk straight to the desk and like, all right, need to make a follow-up appointment, boom. All right, cool. Now, she has to manage everything out there by herself. So when I come out, I have to go to the kiosk again, get another ticket, and then go back and sit down and wait just to make my follow-up appointment so I can leave. So that took like another 30 minutes. Like, and I wasn't like, big picture, I'm not mad because of that. I'm mad because of that as a result of the orange fucking mutt. Alright, enough of that shit. Let's get this last part done. I'll be right back. TV timeout. You want to know why it's the Cheesy Puffs guy's fucking fault? Did you hear how they did that like he got Elon to do the whole Doge thing? Oh, Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. We're going to make everything fucking better. Fucking piece of shit. Hold on. All right, let me ask you the comic book question first. It was more of, I don't know if you know, I'm sure you know what manga is, but there's a style of manga that's like every week there'd be a new one. I'm not good enough to do anything like that. But in the way that it's told, it's almost like a soap opera, kind of. So I just had an idea, and it was supposed to be like a weekly thing where kids solve their problems in their dreams by helping each other out, stuff like that. So like every week it would be like a new episode on such and such the fuck. So not like like fucking what I used to call those, like spandex and tight looking stuff, and none of that X-Men stuff. More kid. I don't want to say it's kid friendly. It's whatever the age group of people that watch Naruto, right? Because there's stuff for younger people, and then there's stuff for older people. Like for me, when I was a fan of Naruto when it first came out, right? So it kind of reaches the whole spectrum. Now, as far as the orange puppet, go ahead and take a break here while I eat. Hopefully it's not too loud. Do you remember when I told you that government is supposed to be the arm of the people to kind of keep everybody else in check and help, right? If there's a problem, say in Texas, perfect fucking example, right? Perfect example of these fucking idiots and that got flooded, right? Not their fault that they got flooded. It's the government's fault that they weren't warned. Okay? So you have federal funds, and then you have state funds, and then it trickles down into like counties and shit like that, right? So the way that alarm system worked is a couple different tiers, I think. It's something along the lines of where there's federal actual positions in the weather agency that let the counties know, hey, this is something that's going on. You need to sound the alarms or do whatever to let people know that this is going to happen. Okay? So now that fucking jizzmopper came into the fucking presidency, and he hired that fucking South African fucking racist piece of shit, Elon Cunt. He thought like a business person when it comes to government spending. Okay? What you need to understand, what people need to understand, is that we're the fucking richest country in the world for a reason. If we take money and spend it here, it doesn't take away from this pile of money over here. We still have plenty of money to do whatever we need here, right? And when you make those kind of programs and when you make those kind of concessions and things like that, you're investing in the people, right? You ever heard of Right Start, where they get kids to go to school earlier? They say for every dollar, for every kid that goes in, you spend $1 for the program, right? The government says, here's $1. When they grow up, it's called an investment. Since they went to school earlier, they're going to be more educated and more informed, whatever the fuck. They graduate, they get better jobs, whatever, right? They bring back 4 times the value, right? So if I was a person, I said, if I give you this $1, and this $1 is going to be worth $4 and like 5 years or however many years, can I give it to you? And then all you have to do is just tell this person, hey, go to school at a year sooner or whatever, right? By the time they graduate, if I gave you $1, it'll be $4, and then if I gave you, 10, it'd be 40, right? It extrapolate, or the whatever you fucking call it. It's an investment, okay? That's how governments are ran. They're ran by saying, we're going to pay for this program because there is an investment. It is in the best interest of everybody that this group of people has a better education. That these kids who went to a fucking flood zone for their Christian camp thing, right? In that county, who knows that they have bad problems, did not get an alert or did not invest. Texas did not invest in an alert system for them because it cost too much money. Or, so here it is. Watch, here. You have the county, you have the city. They say, hey, we need money to invest in this thing. Right? We need money to invest in this thing, but we don't have that kind of capital. The state of Texas, can we borrow funds from you? Texas goes, no. We're going to give all the rich people all the tax breaks. You little fucking people can stick it up your ass. Well, didn't President Obama or Biden give us that, the infrastructure bill? Isn't that money there allotted for communities just like us? Don't do that. You get that fucking Biden money, he's going to come back and steal your land. They lied to these fucking people intentionally just to make a stupid political fucking score political points. Anything that Biden did, don't do it. It's bad. It's evil. It's going to fucking come back and bite you in the ass. Everything that Trump does, oh, he loves all you fucking normies. No, he fucking doesn't. You ever seen Full Metal Jacket? There's that scene where he's talking to all the guys, and he's like, you're the type of guy that would fuck somebody in the ass and wouldn't have the goddamn common courtesy to reach around and to turn around and give him a fucking reach around. That's what Trump is. He fucks you in the ass and doesn't even give you a reach around. So you both aren't fucking satisfied, or Anyways, that was one part of it, right? So that was the county talking to the state of Texas. And the state of Texas saying, don't do it! Don't get that federal funds. I know it's there, but it's evil money. Biden's gonna take your properties from you because you took their money. So that money that was there, they didn't use because of fucking Satan. I don't know why these stupid fucking idiots think the way they do. Now the other part of it, the alert system. There's 4 positions, and I'm probably going to screw part of this up, but part of the whole fucking Elon cunt thing that he did was he offered people early retirements and other things, other incentives to leave early, like a government position early, right? So I think one of the people left, and then the other 2 people got let go. So there's only one person for something that needs to be active and positioned like 24/7. So like the alert came in at 1 o'clock, and I don't think they got it or anything happens. Whatever that transition is from saying, hey, something bad is going to happen like 1 o'clock in the morning, the fucking kids or parents or whoever is supposed to know didn't get that alert until 7:30 when the person came in. There was supposed to be somebody on staff. But because they think they're saving fucking money, because their business, they want to, like, this whole idea like, oh, get Trump, he's a businessman. Yeah, who's fucking bankrupt every goddamn business he's ever owned. Every fucking business he has, he's bankrupted. How do you bankrupt a fucking casino? That's like the easiest fucking thing to fucking make money on. He's fucking bankrupted like 2 casinos, I think it was. One in Jersey and one in fucking Vegas. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But he's bankrupt every fucking business. You can't think of the government as a fucking business. It doesn't work that way. Because it's not intended to work that way. So, Elon, piece of shit, fucking South African booty scratcher, fucking made that generalization like, oh, we're going to cut this much of the government positions. So those 4 positions, there was only one left. There was only one fucking left. And because of that mutt, that shit happened. So as an example, right? Let's say I retired. This did kind of happen. I retired, and because I had like a clearance or whatever, I literally went from one chair to another chair as a civilian. And that's when I was working as, like, I retired from the military and turned around and worked as a civilian, like literally in the same room but in a different chair. Okay? There's like a small transition that you have to make sometimes where you go from military to contractor, which is what I was, right? To actual government, like civil service, right? So you're working for the government, getting paid by the government. My money was coming from like a third party, like a business, okay? But I worked at the government, but not for the government, right? So what usually happens is if I want it, because you can like double dip and get another retirement with them. So people usually get out, get a contract job, wait for a position to open, and then kind of slide in, like apply for that position, then slide in, right? Well, let's say I get it's a one position deep, which means there's only one person who could do that job in that area. I apply for that job. There's a long process, an interview process. It takes time. It's not like, okay, let's, you'll start working tomorrow. There's a process to it. If I get picked or if I get hired, I'm on what's called probationary period. Probationary period is a time frame, I don't remember what it's like, a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, where the government could could fire you for no reason whatsoever. They could just be like, hey, you're done. You're not doing your work, you're not doing this, that, and the other. And the reason that it's important is because in the like the big scope of things, once you get hired and you're past your probationary period, it's hard as fuck just to fire somebody. Like we have some losers working where I was working because nobody like annotated and took like, you know, did the right things you needed to do to make the steps to get rid of somebody who wasn't good. They just moved them to a different position. That's how fucked up it was, right? So when you're in a probationary period, it doesn't mean that you're not important. It was intended to be able to laterally get rid of you to hire somebody else in that position, right? A majority of the times, or a lot of the times, especially where like what was happening with, like, say for instance, the nurses. The nurses, they either retired, did whatever, they became contractors, okay, as an example. They hired up to 8 people, or no, they hired up, let's just say like they hired like 4 people. And then they need to fill 4 more slots of government positions, contract government, right? I don't know why I keep looking at this like you're fucking, the fucking things over there. Contract government. You hire those nurses, now you say you don't need the contract anymore. We just made these 8 positions permanent. Now you have 8 nurses, well, more like 7 nurses because there's still 1 left. 7 nurses in a probationary period, right? They're on a probationary period. Trump or dipshit fucking said, get rid of anybody who's in a probationary period. Because to them, that means probation. Like, you see that stupid kind of fucking thinking? When you have a business and you have somebody who's in a probationary period, it must mean they must, like, be on borderline, like, basic fucking, you know, idiots or whatever, right? That's not what it is. That's not what it is intended for. So all those people who were on probation, and I'm talking about in good leadership positions and positions that are important for, like, they got fired. And then the position that they left as a contractor to fill that position might have gotten filled. I don't know. Who knows? So now you're out of a job where you were making whatever the fuck you were making, but the fact is that you had a job, you had medical, and then you're in this other job, you think you're gonna do fine because you kind of, you know, when you're in that, like, unfortunately it is like this to a certain extent. But like I said, I got my job because of my clearance, not necessarily because I was an electrical engineer. They didn't give a shit about that. They just made that position up for me. But I'm not an electrical engineer. So, because if they don't have bodies in that position, they're not getting paid from the government for the contract, right? So, whatever. But it doesn't mean I can't do the job. Just, not whatever they're... Anyway, it's not important. I don't know why I was saying that. It doesn't make... Anyways, long story short, they're trying to run the government like a business, and they're fucking crashing and burning the fucking goddamn country. Now, let me fix something that you said. Let me address something that you said. Were you against Kamala too, or both low standards? I'm assuming you're saying they both low standards, so, you know, why? All right. If Biden was running again and had drool coming down the side of his face and couldn't say anything but scratched his ass and picked his nose for the next 4 years, I would still vote for Biden. Because when you vote for one president, it's not one person you're voting for. Right? You're voting for everybody he's going to hire. You're voting for the party who is going to be able to say yes or no to something, right? Who is going to, like, how they got rid of abortions, pretty much. I know they're not going to say that didn't happen. Left it up to the states. Oh, God, dude. Yeah, he royally fucked up. He was stupid. Here's the funny thing about Elon Musk. I'm calling Elon Mutt. That motherfucker made his money off of the government. SpaceX is government funded. He's gotten tax rebates and bullshit for all his Tesla stuff, right? All that stuff is government funded. Hold on. I need to allow. I'm not new to this. I'm gonna allow it. Allow it. There we go. That's fucked up. Yeah, that is fucked up. But the thing is that you have to understand is like when you vote for one person, you're not voting for that person. You're voting for Trump, who is aligned with Project 2025. If you don't know what that is, go look that shit up. Whole bunch of fucking racist pieces of shit. And the reason that we have ICE doing what we're doing now is because Trump is in office. If Kamala Harris was in office, it wouldn't happen. That shit would not be fucking happening. The strange thing, the reason that Trump is doing this so hard is because he's still not deporting more than Obama did. Obama was the deporter in chief. The big difference is how we get to that deportation, right? We have people who are in protected status. I don't know about that. I hope not. I know fucking Elon. I hope he gets fucking deported, though. That's the only thing that Trump could do that I would fucking appreciate. Deport that piece of shit. Sink all his fucking businesses. Take away SpaceX. Anyways, and here's something else of like, what's fair, right? This is why it sucks. This is a two-party system. But people, regular everyday people, don't have the time that I have to look up policies, to look up things, to look up any kind of information to be kind of informed, right? They look at the fucking news. The news tells them this. It tells them that. They're going to be like, oh, shit, I have to do what the news tells me, right? Not what they tell you, but if they're telling me that this is a bad thing because of this, I have to believe it, right? People's lives are so hard. They don't have the time, energy, or even know how to correctly, like, learn about policies that are going to affect them. Like how many people, if you could go on your phone right now and look up, fuck around and find out, FAFO, so many Trump voters fucking getting fired and let go of their businesses because Trump is destroying this fucking country, right? People who voted for Trump are having their spouses deported. And those idiot pieces of shit are still fucking supporting him. Now, deportation in and of itself is not a bad thing. It's a part of the process. The problem is they're deporting people before they go through the process. So when you come in, hey, I'm coming from this country. I want to, apply for asylum. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Here's your court date. This is your sponsor. This is whatever. I don't know how it goes from there, but they're supposed to come back for the court date. Court date comes, judge says yes or no, or you find out there's another way. You find out there's another way to get kind of a different protection, right? So once the judge says, hey, I can't approve this, but if you do this other thing, you will have a better chance of doing it. And the person goes, oh, okay. As soon as he hits that gavel, that protection that person had is gone. So as that person is walking over to the immigration office to do that thing that will give them protections again, ICE just picks them up and fucking takes them. Everybody already knew he was on the Epstein list. That's what I'm talking about. If you didn't know he was already on the Epstein list, It's because you are occupied with something else in your life that you don't get to see that information, right? Which is not a bad thing. Like I know I make it sound like that, but not everybody is able to access or get all this information that they probably should be getting, right? But you found that out because of social media. And social media, you would you have some time to scroll through when you take a break, and you happen to come across it. So that's how you found out. But people already knew that Trump was in fucking bed with him for like 20, 30 years. It's just that nobody made a loud enough noise to say or do anything. Like, look up how many times he's been sued by some, like a victim, right? So, like, there's that one, he lost that civil court case. So you literally can call Trump a civilly liable rapist because he was found guilty of that. Of the, I think, sexual abuse or something. Whatever the fuck. You can't call him a rapist, but you can call him a civilly liable rapist. I know it's a play on words, but it's crazy. Yeah, you thought everything was okay. It could have been better. But that's what I'm saying. Like you will never see the policies directly affect you. Like Trump isn't assigned this piece of paper that says whatever the fuck, right? That thing is not going to directly affect you right away. It's going to happen in a fucked up way, you know. Um, so like when he did all those executive orders to um, for deporting all these people, it didn't happen right away. But the more and more that fucking people were like, or I'm just, Trump is, he has the biggest fucking vagina of any human being ever. I hate to be sexist, but he gets his pussy hurt more than any other person in this entire world. That's the only reason he's like the way he is. Because he's so thin-skinned and can't take criticism from anybody. Because he's been sped food, his fucking food sped his whole damn time. Okay. I bored him to sleep with all this political talk. That's funny. Try to get this done. Yeah, he told me there was a lot today. Green. Green goes to G4, GP4. GP4. Like I keep hearing about the whole thing, like, oh, Kamala's bad. No, she's not. Fine. Let's just say she did everything everybody's saying she did. She still wouldn't be bad. She still wouldn't be worse for this country than Trump. At least the people that she hires are fucking people who know what the hell they're doing. That's the thing you have to remember is you're not just voting for one person. You're voting for fucking everybody and everything that they believe in. Nah, I'm not gonna give them any grief. I get it. Like that's the one thing I don't want Vincent to think of me is like he did what he did for a reason, and I understand. I empathize with him. I'm not gonna be. I'm not upset. I'm annoyed, but I'm not gonna be like angry at him. Like, oh, you fucking bitch. I get it. All right, GP4 is blue. Blue is there, and it is green. Almost put the wrong one. Fucking idiot. So I need to do green for blue. GP4. Green for blue. Um, well, I used to go to that flea market all the time when I was a kid in the 90s. So I kind of like revisited, going back to but I just hadn't gone there in fucking years. I don't live in San Antonio, so I just didn't have any reason to go out that far away. Um, but I was familiar with it, and I was like kind of getting back into buying retro games. All right, where the fuck did you go? Buying retro games, and he had a good selection. It was this small shop when he was in that small back part on the weekends only, and so he didn't seem to bullshit me. Like normally when you talk to somebody, you can tell when they're bullshitting. As an example, there's that one guy. Um, Damn it. I'm only saying this because I don't know how there was that one black dude who was at the corner who sold video games too. I was there when he started like the one that got not arrested, but got his stuff taken by the IRS. Whatever, I don't remember the specifics. But when I went over to him, GP6, purple, GP6 and 7, purple, 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 purple. Give me 1 second. GP6 and 7. I'll forget what I'm talking about a lot, so you'll have to remind me if I forget. Give me 1 second, though. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, there was that one vendor, and I walked in there. Mind you, I've already gone to Tim at least a couple times already, right? Couple weeks. And he was starting his, so he was just still had like things laid out. And he had a Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance wasn't, I don't think it was working. But it's probably one of those things that is an easy fix. Contacts on the batteries or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? You can do a lot with the Game Boy Advance. So, as just to give you an idea, I only paid like maybe 50, 60 bucks for a Game Boy that's not modded, the Game Boy Advance, because I could mod it and make it better for, that price difference. That guy wanted to sell that broken ass unknown if it was working Game Boy Advance for $120. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So after I seen that difference in like, you know, in pricing and stuff, I was like, you know what? He seems to be a good dude, so I'm just gonna give him my business from now on. So when I went over there, I was like really into Game Boy Advance and other kind of Game Boy games, and he happened to have some, and he was always good with the prices, so that's why I stayed. I don't know if I'm talking loud. It seems like I am. All right, black ground. Ground 16, 17, 17. Sometimes I don't mind paying that kind of like outrageous price or something. Like, there's that old guy that's on the weekend side that has video game stuff, and you could ask him in the morning. Like, that dude pisses me off more than anybody else, any other human being ever, because he has stuff there that's cool, but he won't sell it. I'm like, oh, how much is that? He's like, it's not for sale. Then why the fuck do you have it here? Oh, how much is that? That's not for sale. It's just a display. It doesn't work. Oh, actually, this is what it is. So the GameCube has a screen on top. Yeah. Has a screen that you can buy that goes on top, right? And he has it there. I'm like, oh shit. So I wanted to see it, and I'm like, how much is that? Are you selling that thing? And he's like, no, it's broken. I said, well, I don't care if it's broken. I'll fix it. Like, I like that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that I like to do. He's like, it's not for sale. It's just a display piece. I'm like, what the fuck? You fucking piece of shit. So it kind of makes it easy when everybody else is a fucking scumbag. I don't know. That guy, he also had like this Lego, it was the Millennium Falcon Lego box just sitting there. I'm like, do you actually have the thing in there? He's like, no. Um, yeah, that's true. You do. If not, it becomes a slog, and it's just like, ugh, why did I come here today? Yellow. GP5. 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 Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he had this Pokemon Game Boy, yellow Game Boy color that was broken, and he wouldn't sell it. And I was like, damn. That was like at the time when I was learning how to do that kind of stuff. I was kind of excited. I'm glad I didn't buy it now because you learn how easy it is to reshell and repurpose that stuff. So he could have sold me a fake, and me thinking that it was a real one would have gotten all happy. Oh, excuse me, would have gotten happy and shit, and probably would have lost my shit when I found out it was fake. What's Vincent's name on here? Why didn't he stop by and say hi? Little fucker. I told him to come on here when I'm on here. Come on, fucko. Come on. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, sorry. God damn it. Tim went to bed and he didn't tell me if he wanted me to super glue the emblem on. Whatever. I can ask him tomorrow. It's not a big deal. So there's this piece on here that I had asked if I needed to cut it. Or I would need to cut it to fit it into this position here, right? And he didn't say whether or not to do it. I'll just wait. It's not a big deal. But I need to make sure that this thing works before I close it up. Oh, fuck. I guess I might need to do that. Okay. Not good. Ugh. fuck? I don't know if you're still there, but when it comes to fitting the stuff back together like that, there's always weird things that could happen. The disc didn't want to spin. It wanted to work half the time. That's loud. Hold on. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that it works. So if Tim asks, it works. But I have to go back and mess with the mod software to see why the actual modification I put on it isn't working itself. So, but I'm gonna stop because I got to go to my room and do that from the computer. So, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. It was fun.